First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Atlanta Falcons. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Let's go! Here I come!
On first down, Fields. And got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 44 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
But that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. Open space inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
We ain't giving them nothing to do. Check 9, check 9. Touch 50, touch 50. Small. No. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Kill. Alert.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Check 52's the mark. Get ready. 19. Get ready. Mike 52. Too low. Stop. Hey, Mike 52. I'm coming up.
On third down, Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Throwing to start the drive. Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he... goes down.
That's how we do it. Get out here.
Back at the 31-yard line.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw. Fields. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing on third and long. Fields. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Here comes Pettis on the return. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10.
Check out. Wide. Get wide.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Jim. Whip. Watch the whip. Hatchet. All right. Hey, 0.
Now Rashad Penny, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Falcons 7, Seahawks nothing.
Coach Stein, defense. Showing up. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Slam. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Check. Flip.
Wilson now to throw on third down. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
First down, Seahawks.
380.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up.
Hey, alert.
Don't get nervous.
Back.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Out of bounds at the 35-yard line. A 7-yard.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Rush in. Check.
They go back to the ground now with Penny. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half in some of these shorter games.
Penny hit and the ball is jarred free. And the Falcons grab it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, it was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. On 1st and 10, Fields. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Noah Fant, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 33. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Come on, set. Not good. Nice, sweetheart.
49, check 49.
Let's go. Come on.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Man, I got you. Man, I was 2nd and 5.
into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Falcons push further out in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson escaping, and a big loss here as he's taken down. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now.
Say. Big ass. Go. Mike's 56.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. He sets to fire deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
Get ready.
At their own 37-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Throwing on 1st down, Fields. Got a man open, it's Ross. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play.
Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Back to throw. Fields. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, maybe that can give them a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. On the return is Pettis. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points when you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have...
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Fields. And the pressure gets to him again.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Your shot! Hey, take your shot back to home! Shot back to home!
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 16. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And out will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 29 yards, first down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Go. Alert.
On second down and 4. Wilson, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
4 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
52's the mic. Hey, come on, now. 52's the mic. Watch Mike.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Back to throw. Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. His throw caught about the 5. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
You ain't going nowhere.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right. Alert. 3 down. Check 43. Watch out. Under 10. Be alert. 10. Kill. Zebra.
On third down, Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Quentin Williams with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
To throw on second down, Fields. This is the tight end Fant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Fields. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 41 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Oh, here we go.
Throwing again. Fields. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Noah Fant with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1.
Let's go.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go, G. Watch the safety creep.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
From the 36, Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. This one winding toward a conclusion. And how would you assess how the secondary has played?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid. Still pitching a shutout. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Seattle. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Second and long. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. The Falcons on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16. Looking to throw. Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Come on, let's go.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At the 47-yard line.
Mike's 56. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball.
On 1st down, Wilson. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
56, Mike 56. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
36.
Throwing on 2nd down, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. The Seahawks on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Quentin Williams picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part, because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right?
Yes,
As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
He's going to air one out. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down near the 5. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. There defensively was John Johnson to knock it free. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're going to be running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Looking to throw. Fields. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Adoree Jackson right there, step for step in coverage.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fields. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, They need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Throwing to start the drive. Fields. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Come on.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Do it, baby.
Brought down back at his own 5-yard line. Today's final.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Atlanta, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.